Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. These 6 roles that I'm going to be talking about, these are fully remote opportunities. You do not want to miss this video. Please watch from start to finish. Do not skip. If you have any questions, please remember to always come back, leave it in the comment section. The description of this video is going to have the direct links for each of these jobs. Remember, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and have your notification bell turned on so you're notified real time whenever I do post new videos. All right, with that out of the way, let's dive right into today's opportunities. The first one is with Humana. So Humana is hiring for a data and a reporting lead, value-based program. Humana is a health insurance company, for those that may not know, and they are offering a service called value-based program. Basically what that is they provide additional value to different health insurance that they already offer. For example, if they are already offering Medicare, they may have additional service as an add-on, so they will call that as additional value, basically. And those type of programs are usually separate from the department itself, or it could be within the department, but just somebody else will have to handle those type of programs. So they're looking for people to help provide data analysis for those programs. They're looking for a data and a reporting lead. So this individual is going to be focusing primarily on data. So you should already know, just from the title alone, you already know that it's going to focus on data. Also going to focus on the reporting itself, navigating different reports, combining information to provide leads or to provide additional info in terms of understanding of how the business is doing. And if there are any type of issues that may come up, the data is going to tell you that. We're in an age right now, in an era where everything now is through data. So data is becoming it's always been relevant, but it's becoming more and more relevant these days. So it's very essential for an organization or a team or a department to be able to make data driven decisions. So what do I mean by that? So pull data to communicate whatever problems you may have, to help you identify problems, to help you also create solutions, and to help you readily identify problems, readily able to solve them as quickly as possible. So again, let's come back to this one, right? So a value-based program, VBP, that's what you're calling it. So value-based payment, model design and administration. The data reporting lead integrates data from multiple sources to produce requested or required data elements. They will program and maintain report forms, as well as formats, dashboards, reports, end user platforms, etc. So really, this individual has to be somebody that is very data mining inclined. So you are going to be pulling the data. You're also going to be helping to orchestrate the back end of the data as well. So, and then in addition to that, creating the front end piece also. And what do I mean? So what happens is that there's always a repository where information gets communicated to downstream. So the back end would be driven by, or whatever it is. For example, there's a system in place, and that system has different pointers, has different elements to it that ends up becoming where the data is derived. So for example, if I'm saying that, I have 10 female patients, how do I know that I have 10 female patients? There has to be a repository, like a platform where all of those patients' information are stored. So those information, there's an indicator that says female. So as a data analyst or as a data person, I am going to say, look into ABCD system and give me every indicator that says female. I want you to pull that into a query, and I need that to become like an Excel format, for example. And once I click that prompt, it's going to just execute that and produce everything. So, and then I can now say in an Excel format, or I can say I want this in a dashboard format, etc. So that's really part of, just to give a brief explanation of what a data analyst would do, right? In this case, so they're also talking about data and reporting lead. So this individual has to have those type of background, those type of knowledge to be successful. So they go further to say they will collaborate with leaders to make decisions on complex issues regarding job duties and related tasks. Data and reporting lead uses independent judgment, requiring analysis of variable factors and determining the best course of action. So you're going to analyze financial utilization performance data to provide opportunities for improvements like I talked about before, and also enhance quality altogether, especially with regards to the type of care that is being offered. Also, KPIs is a big one. So key performance indicators, right? So really making sure that how are we doing and what are the key components that have been put in place to help us know how we are doing. So that's what KPIs are. And then there's the ROI, so return on investment. So whenever, let's say, for example, a particular program is implemented, how has that program implemented our return? So we basically used $50,000 to put the program together, right? And now in 6 months, have we made 50,000? Have we even made more than 50,000? Data will communicate all of that. So that's the beauty of data. So I love data. Data is a no-brainer. It helps you do everything so much faster, because without data you would not even be able to make any decision, honestly. And that's why data analyst roles continue to grow. The correlation continue to be positive because you just need them. And he also talks about being able to troubleshoot like issues that come up, so technical issues that will come up as well with those back-end systems, etc. Require qualifications. They talk about bachelor's degree, minimum of 5 years of technical experience in data reporting, Microsoft skill set. That makes sense, right? SQL, SAS, all of that are very, very relevant for this role. So you need to have those background, and just, in general, because it's VBS, those are more, government type of programs. So the expectation is to have some experience in Medicaid, Medicare, and just working with managed care, which is health insurance company altogether. That can only lend you to be more successful in this role. Strong analytical and problem solving skills. Obviously that goes without saying, right? Then strong attention to detail. When you have strong attention to detail, it's very, very effective in being successful as a data analyst, because when you work with numbers, you are tracking information. It's very important to have keen for those type of details, because that's what's going to help you make less error and also be just successful altogether, and be able to identify trends real time and very quickly. This is a remote position, says it right here. It does have travel up to 10% possibly outside of your state of residence, is what it's saying. And it's Monday through Friday, Eastern time zone, with some flexibility. Yeah, and then it goes further and talks about other things. But in general, those are the expectations for this role. If you have SAS, you have SQL, and you have a bachelor's degree, you are solid. Master's degree is in preference, but it's not required. So just keep that in mind as well. So the standard, weekly hours is about 40 hours per week. The salary is right here, $97,000 to $133,000 per year. That is the salary range. Obviously, depending on where you're located is going to determine where you fall, as well as your experience. So really important. Yeah, that's really it. So they do have a deadline for application right here, which is on the 2nd of January 2nd, 2025. So it's here. So if you are planning to apply, I encourage you, as you're watching this video, go for it. Go apply right away. Hopefully you're watching this video before the 2nd. If not, I would encourage you to continue to check the career page for Humana. They tend to offer a lot of remote roles, so continue to check them out. But this position is open right now and accepting application. All right, we're going to move on to the next company I want to talk about. Is this one called Lexicode. This is a tech company, as you can tell, and they do mostly medical coding, just any technology related to medicine, medical research, etc. is what their focus really is. They have 2 roles open right now that I wanted to share with you guys. It says even further, it gives more information about Sela, which is the company, even though it says Lexicode, is the same company. So it says Sela is a business process automation leader, leveraging a global footprint as well as the proprietary technology to provide digital transformation and enhancing quality, productivity, and user experience. With decades of expertise operating mission critical processes, Sela serves a growing roster of more than 4,000 customers throughout 50 countries. So they are beyond the walls of the US, including over 60% of the Fortune 100. So they provide a lot of services. They focus on just automating type of services. They also have a strong presence in the tech world from a medical perspective. So they are looking for two roles. The first one is this one titled Quality Assurance Auditor. This is for inpatient facility medical coding. That is the department. But the title of the role is Quality Assurance Auditor. So what exactly does that mean? In my years of working, one of the things that I have done in my career is work as an auditor. So I did mostly internal auditing within the compliance team, focusing on just making sure that internally we are set in terms of regulatory demands, in terms of being compliant with state regulations, federal regulations, just ensuring that the teams are well prepared, providing training. And I had like auditors under me. And basically what did they do? Their focus was really just making sure, reviewing different like case files, focusing whether it's on utilization management or case management files, different patients that have been seen. Did every medical director, every doctor that saw those patients, did they follow the rule of what is expected? Did they make decisions on time? Did the right person make the decision? Because for denials, a medical doctor have to make those decisions. It cannot be made by a nurse. Those type of nuances to each case file, making sure that those nuances are being taken care of, because when government entities do come in and do their annual audits, and if those things are not done correctly, the organization can get fined. So really just making sure that those type of T's are crossed, I's are dotted, etc. That's what auditors do. So in this case, where it says quality assurance, again, just making sure that services that are being provided are provided in a quality manner. And this position is being paid quite well. It's about $36 to $45 per hour, which is not bad at all. With this position, it says it right here, it gives you even more information. You're going to work remotely, right, from home. And it says review medical records and inpatient codes assigned by the coder, then provide feedback and any corrections as needed. So this one is specifically, like I talked about case files, etc., which is what I and my team did at that time. However, this particular role is just focusing on medical codes. So it's even narrower, right? So if you are somebody that has experience with medical coding, this will really be a breeze, because all you're doing is just checking the work of medical coders that have done the review of each case or review of each code before a procedure, and just making sure that they've done it correctly. And if there are any particular issues with what they've done, providing the feedback on time, right, for corrections to be made. So in those type of scenario, you will probably be in a position to even review before it becomes a final decision, for payments to be issued out, for procedures to actually be carried out, etc. So I think that's really what this position is all about. So it does have some certification requirements, right? RIA, RIT, CCS, all of these are certifications that are expected for this role. In addition to that, they do have 3 or more years of recent inpatient, again, facility coding experience, like I talked about that already, right? So with this role, the expectation would be for you to be a medical coder, right? So to be one, you have to already be certified, right? So, and in addition to being certified, you should have experience actually doing the work. So that experience would only count and be beneficial for this one. So that's really this position. That's all it's about. So we talked about the salary, we talked about it being remote, etc. So duration is full-time positions are available, so there is no cutoff. So this is not a contract role, this is a full-time position, and it is fully remote. The second position that they have open right now, also with the same company, which is Sela or Lexicode, is this position right here, which is titled Remote Medical Coding Specialist. This is for pro fee as well as facility neurosurgery. So this is also a fully remote position, right? I'm not going to go over the company again. And you see here, the same thing is fully remote and also is full-time. And the salary for this one is slightly lower, right? It's $25 to $30 per hour, unlike the first one, which was 36 to 45. This one, I say, as a medical coding specialist, you play a critical role in ensuring accurate and compliant coding, medical diagnosis, procedures, etc. Your expertise will directly impact healthcare organizations' revenue cycle, reimbursement rates, etc. Right? So compliance. This position requires a deep understanding of medical coding guidelines, strong attention to detail, and proficiency in coding systems such as ICD-10, CPT code, EPICS, etc. That's what this really is. This is a simple, just a straightforward, are you a medical coder? Right? Unlike the previous one, which is more of an auditor, you're actually a medical coder who's going to be doing auditing work. This one, you are a medical coder who's going to actually do medical coding. Obviously, the experience is slightly lower, right? The expectation in terms of years of experience, you see right here saying 1 or more years, right? Unlike the previous one where it says 3 years or more. Obviously, the certification remains the same. That's just something you get anyway as a medical coder. So that's the second position with the same company, with Sela. So the next job I wanted to talk about is this one with this company called Sela. So Sela is looking for a digital content specialist. With this position, it is contract, and the compensation is $22 to $25 an hour. This role requires you to actually be somebody that is very conversational, someone who has very strong interpersonal skill set, and also someone who is comfortable using UX experience, so user experience, right? Someone who is comfortable doing that. You're going to really be focusing on the experience of the users and translating that into potential opportunities for growth, opportunities to take things back, fix stuff, etc. So they're asking for 2 to 5 years experience with content management, communications, etc. Minimum education, preferably a bachelor's degree in communication, so English. Special certifications required. Healthcare experience is a plus, but it's not required. They want you to have experience in healthcare, but if you don't, they will still work with you. That's all they're saying here. And this is a contract position, like the job type is a contract. And the team you'll be working with are in Pacific as well as Central time zone, right? So it's up to you. Anybody can apply, but you just have to remember that you'll be working a Central time zone or a Pacific time zone. They also tell you that this position is open for 30 days. So just keep that in mind. It is open for 30 days. So 30 days from today, that lands you towards the end of January. But if you're seeing this position, apply. Just apply. Do not waste time. Go ahead and submit your applications right away, because these days is first come, first serve. Once you miss that cutoff of the initial application review, you're basically relegated to not hearing back at all. So very important to go ahead and submit your application as quickly as possible. Okay, so that is our position number 4. We have 2 more to go, and now we're going to move to the 5th one, which is with this company called Lifestance. Lifestance is looking for a payroll specialist. This is fully remote, and with this position, basically the salary, the compensation is right here. It's $26.60 to $31.30. You are going to be responsible for helping to track different payroll activity for each employee. You're going to make sure that the payrolls information, they are accurate. You're going to research and solve any payroll related inquiries in a timely manner. You're also going to help facilitate payroll processes. You're also going to identify process improvement opportunities, implement corrective actions as needed. Bachelor's degree in business administration, or any field of study of your choice. 5+ years of multi-state and multi-entity payroll administration. They are also looking for you to have experience in healthcare. It's strongly preferred, but it's not required. They have Excel skill set, VLOOKUP, pivots, formulas, macros, all of that are essential to being successful. They talk about excellent verbal as well as written communication skill set, someone who is proven analytics and problem solving skills, right? Really important for this as well, because we're going to be doing a lot of reporting, right? To communicate any type of issues or communicate trends, etc. They also talk about being compliant with SOX. That's another one. So keep that in mind. SOPs, job aids, and that's essential, right? Because for human resources, one of the things that happens is that they do a lot of training as well. So there's an aspect of human resources that's around training. So it is just, they go hand in hand. So keep that in mind. And to successfully train people, you do need to have like reference documents. That's where job aids come in, workflows. So and being able to draft those will only provide assistance to the organization you serve. All right, so that is this position. And with this position, the based on my research, the salary was around about $50,000 to $57,000 per year. Again, 50 to 57. So they do have it right here as well, but in per hour format. So you see right here is 26 to 31. So that's the salary range. And then the last opportunity is this one right here, which is with OneSource. So OneSource is a virtual organization. So they always offer remote opportunities. They are always offering remote opportunities. They do have multiple roles open as well, that is accepting application. But one that I really wanted to talk about in this video is this one titled Senior COBRA Specialist. Senior COBRA Specialist. This is a temporary position, and the position is available for 1 year. The position is available for 1 year. With this position, you're going to be responsible for providing support for staff that is out of office, that currently is in need of health insurance, etc., or people that have left the organization and there's a waiting period before their insurance kicks in. That's important too. That's where COBRA becomes essential. So they're looking for a senior COBRA specialist. So this individual is going to help manage all of that, manage the system, manage any type of issues that may come up, provide assistance to employees, meet with employees, etc. So that's really what this role is. You're going to be doing a lot of any HR related inquiries into COBRA. This individual will be lead and point for that. So they're looking for this individual to have high school diploma, 3 to 5 years of related experience, and 1 year as a specialist is strongly preferred. So, but it's not required, but they prefer someone with a specialist or experience or training. They go further and talk about the preference being a bachelor's degree, but if you don't have it, having a high school diploma is required though. Must have knowledge of employee benefits, COBRA, or other regulatory requirements, proficient PC skills, Microsoft Excel, Word, Outlook, Adobe, HRIS, etc. So that is the last opportunity, guys. I hope you find these leads helpful. Like I mentioned before, there are other opportunities with OneSource, so definitely check them out. I will be including the direct link again to each of these jobs so that you can go and apply as quickly as possible. If you have any questions, please let me know. Till next time, I wish you guys all the very best of luck, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.